Hi guys, welcome to the Daily Show Africa. Please subscribe and don't forget to ring the bell so that as we post a video, you can be notified of our videos. And please kindly share the videos so that we can spread the news and we can change the perception of Africa. Today, I brought to you the interview. Take a look.
Yeah, I should say that you are one of the people who really make people feel comfortable when they talk to you, when they approach you, and you really don't make people feel stranger when they are near to you. So one of the reasons that I've decided that you to be the first one we are going to interview is looking at all those kind of quality and like the vibe that you give to people when they're around you. Those are the kind of vibes
Okay.
like I'm trying to portray for Africans out there because
Okay.
everyday life that we live, we normally meet people we don't know, but the way we mingle with them shows how
Yes.
well or how good our heart is. And being someone on that kind of way and is giving really is a kind of different image to Africans. So that's why I decided to interview you. For those people that watch this video, they don't know you. I would like you to introduce yourself so that our viewers they will know who's Mr. Trevor. Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, my name's Trevor Hamajala.
Yes.
I'm a Zambian. I've lived in this country for over 40 years. I've been schooled here in the local schools. I've gone to university here. I've worked for under the Ministry of Finance, particularly under the Zambia Revenue Authority. I'm now working under the private sector, and I'm a family man, married, and we have kids with my wife, and we believe in God.
Yeah,
In a nutshell, yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Trevor. One thing I want to ask you, what are the significant things that you've changed, like the significant change that you've seen in Zambia or across Africa in the past years that has impacted like your life or your family members or anyone around you?
There's been quite some change. I think particularly I was zeroing on Zambia because it is home.
Yes.
I've lived through the various regimes of government that we've had in this country. I started my school in the one-party state. So I've lived through the one-party state, and we've lived through the multi-party state. So I've seen regimes change, initially from the one-party state under Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, our late and founding president, may so rest in peace. And we came through the multi-party era led by Dr. Frederick Jacob Chiluba. Then we came through the days of Mwanawasa, may he so rest in peace as well. And the subsequent presidents, that's Rupia Banda, Mr. Sata, and the current head of state. So in this time, I've also seen the economic changes that have taken place. So I think the first was actually a move from a command economy to a free economy. That is from the UNIP era to the era under MMD or under President Chiluba. So these are some of the changes that we have seen. And majorly about this transition was that we went into private ownership of assets, businesses, and most of the enterprises that were being run by government, good as it may be. And we've seen the growth or increase of capital in private hands. Of course, it's come with its own problems. And here we are today. We are still in a free market economy, so to say. And we've had great advantages because we've been able, as Zambians, to own businesses, to own capital, to run our own enterprises. And these actually range across a spectrum, from owning a mere grocery shop by the corner to being able to own an electric firm. We have a company called CEC, which is actually in private hands and has been supplying electricity to the mines, who are the biggest consumers of electricity in this country. So practically this shows us that there has been major transformation in the Zambian economy.
Okay, so what makes you proud as a Zambian? What really makes you proud as a Zambian?
I think the first thing where we draw our pride, or where I draw my pride as a Zambian, is that I live in a free society. There's freedom of movement, there's freedom of speech, and I think the governance of this country has been very good, to the extent that Zambia has actually been declared a Christian nation. Of course, despite that declaration, we still allow, or there's still freedom for people of different faiths to be able to practice their faith. So it's a Christian nation as well as a unitary state, I would say.
Okay, so in summary, if we ask Mr. Trevor, can you tell us about Zambia? What are you going to say? What will be that sentences about Zambia? If we ask you, Mr. Trevor, please tell us about Zambia.
I think I'll use 3 statements.
Okay.
Zambia is, in terms of mass, is a huge country. That's 1. 2, Zambia has the best in terms of tourism. We house the Victoria Falls, which is, I think, one of the 7 wonders of the world.
Yes.
And anybody that would want to come on holiday or travel out for holiday or vacation, I think we are a great destination. Thirdly, I would say that Zambia has been a major producer of copper. Of course, we're trying to diversify our economy and move away from being a copper-dependent economy into other sectors. Agriculture, I think, has been the major drive that we are getting into. I think basically those are the 3 things I'd say.
Okay, so Mr. Trevor, we know you presented yourself, you say you have children. So as a parent, what are you doing to help your children grow with the Zambian culture, that value that Africans we get from our culture? What are you doing to help your children to grow with those values in this modern day age?
Okay, I think the basic thing that we're doing as parents, my wife and I, is to try and raise these children in the fear of the Lord. That is 1. And secondly, we try and ensure that whatever we do is actually a mirror for them. It's a good example for them to follow. So practically, we say that socialization starts at home. So we try and make sure that whatever it is that we do is actually helping them to realize or understand the values that we have in the home and the values that the country has, because we have a Ministry of National Guidance, which actually espouses the values of our nation. And these are the values that we try and also inculcate in our children. Beyond that, we try and expose them to things that will make them think and question things, things that will make them be able to understand or appreciate the differences that they will see amongst their friends when they go to school or when they go out, and basically what is around us in our society.
Okay, thank you so much. So, Mr. Trevor, what do you think that Africans, or even Zambians, because we're all Africans, we should do to change the perceptions of our continent to out there to the world?
There's so many things that we need to do. I think the primary thing is that we need to accept that this is where we are. We must understand our history, as in this is where we've come from, this is where we are today, and we must have a vision for tomorrow. We must have a vision for the future. And I think the other thing that is critical is to ensure that the majority of the African youths, because most of Africa is actually populated by young people. And I think the average population is around about 17, or population in terms of youth age is about 17 to 20. And so if we can inculcate the stronger ambitions, then we can change, because these are the future of Africa. The youth are the future of Africa, and these are the people that can bring the change that we dream of, the change that we desire. I would say that.
Okay, so is it worth it to live in Africa?
Sorry?
Is it worth
Can you
it
come
to
again?
live in Africa? Is it worth it?
It is. It is. Africa is a beautiful place. You can dream in Africa and you can fulfill your dreams. So I don't know what one would want really not to live in Africa.
Okay, so for those people that are out there, maybe in Africa or other countries in Africa, even out the continents, who they are planning or they are thinking of coming to Zambia, what can you tell them?
There are so many things that one can do here in Zambia. If whatever it is that they're doing out there in terms of the economy, there are so many avenues or ventures that they can venture into and still be able to make it. In terms of agriculture, there is so much land available. The Zambia's population is also increasing. I think we are above 18.2, 18.3 million people. That is a population enough that can drive or sustain any business. Apart from that, Zambia is surrounded by about 8 neighbors. And being a land-linked country, the populations around us or the countries around us provide us with a market for any resource that they would require. So there's so much that can be done. You just need to dream, and it's possible to fulfill your dreams. Many people have come to Zambia, have settled here, and they have made it. I can give an example of the late Andrew Sedanis. He came into Zambia as a 16, 17-year-old boy from Cyprus. He ended up building a huge estate of well over 50,000 acres of land into a tourism resort. So it is possible to make it in Zambia. It is possible to invest and get your returns in any area, in any venture in Zambia.
I hope Africans out there, they are abroad, they've heard what you say. And what can be your last word? What's your last word for today concerning Africa, concerning Zambia? What's your last word?
Africa is our land. Zambia is our land. The future is within our grasp. Let's do the best thing that we can do to move our nations forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Trevor. Have a good time. We'll see you.
Thank you so much, Idrissa.
Okay.
Good day.
Bye. Bye.
Okay.
You can also participate on this interview to talk about your town, your city, your country, or even your history or your achievement on this platform. So just let me know on the comment section below. No one can tell our stories better than ourselves. I'm Idris.